What impact do the full-time RVers have on everything? What's up, blind viewers? How's everybody doing today? All right, it's a fresh new week. Hope you enjoyed your weekend. I want to thank everybody who joined me on Thursday. We had a good time as always. You know we do. Now I want to give a special thank you to Colette. Appreciate it, Colette. Thank you so very much. All right, now to the topic at hand. Our lovely full-time RVers. What impact, if any, do they have? Well, this is what BlindViews thinks. Now, a lot of the full-timers, not all, but a good majority, they always pick a state to call their home state, their place of residence. And there are a few states that are very popular for different reasons for the full-timers. I know Florida, Texas, one of the Dakotas, I can't remember which one off the top of my head. And there's probably other ones, but they're the three that come to mind. Now, these states are popular, again, for several different reasons, whether it be they don't have state inspections, so you don't have to go back every year to get your vehicle inspected so you can drive that rat trap until it falls apart on the highway, and it's all good and legal. Or be it because there's no state tax or whatever. There's lots of different reasons why you would choose that state. Some of them, I think the one in the Dakotas is you don't even have to show up and show ID. You just mail them something or whatever. It's real easy and say, hey, I live here, okay? Show up for a day or something and then go. But for whatever reason, a lot of different RVers choose different states and call it their home state. What's the big deal, you may ask? Well, it kind of affects things if you come to think about it. If you know how state government works, now I know I'm not getting political, but I'm just saying, if you know how government works, you have a census and all those other things, and you got people that say, yeah, I live in Florida. Well, they're never in Florida. They travel the country, they live in the desert somewhere, boondocking, or they're in Colorado or just traveling the United States and Canada and whatever, but they're never in Florida or Texas or whatever state they call home. But when it comes down to it, there's a whole bunch of people that Florida gets credit for being residents. So what's the big deal? Well, let me tell you this. If there's a town of 50, they don't get as much money as a town with 5,000. Trust me. I know the government haters are out there. Oh, they don't. Whatever. Just please go away. I'm talking real life grown-up stuff here. So if you want to get your little panties in a twist, that's just the way it is. If you don't like it, go somewhere else, I guess. But that's the way it is. They get allocated money for schools and according to age, they get funding for retirement homes and retirement communities and this and that, and everything gets, money gets allocated by the government to different places. Now, if everybody says, well, yeah, I live in Florida. I haven't been there in 5 years because I've been camping out in the Arizona desert somewhere or wherever. Well, then there you go. Roads, road services. RVers are traveling on the road constantly. Well, if they live in Texas, but never go there, Texas gets allocated the funds for so many people, so much traffic, blah, 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 blah. And therefore, they get road repairs probably quicker than a lot of these other states that the RVers just, drive on and bitch about. Why don't they fix these roads? These roads suck. Why is there a gate across this road? Instead of gating it off, they should be back there fixing it. Well, they're not fixing it because only 5 people live there, because you live in Texas. Yeah, I know. Again, the geniuses are going to come on here and say, the government doesn't fix the roads. Well, then who in the hell does? You? I haven't seen you out there with a shovel and some blacktop fixing potholes. No, the government does. Maybe not the man in the White House, but there are other different kinds of government. You have state and local government, you know. I know you probably don't vote, so you don't know how it works. But anyhow, yes, the government does take care of the roads. God doesn't come down and pave the roads. And the RVers don't stop and get out and fix the roads that they drive on constantly either. They just bitch about them. Take truck drivers, for instance. Now, them guys, they pay a lot of money. A lot of money just for their license, any endorsements that they have, and fuel stickers. Yeah, fuel taxes. They play every state they go in, they have to have a fuel sticker for that state and all this other. I mean, they're paying constantly. Full-time RVers don't. They just use the roads and expect them to be proper for them. Whether it be in the mountains or some little dirt road in the desert, they expect it to be awesome and perfectly maintained. Then there's the obvious one. At least it's obvious to me. The impact on the Walmart parking lots. Now, when you were an RVing, whether you were a weekend warrior or a summer vacationer or a full-timer, if you were driving from point A to point B and you drove all day and you're getting a little tired, you go, hey, I might pull over in Walmart, park there, get some shut-eye, wake up in the morning, go into Walmart, maybe grab something to make for breakfast, and then hit the road. Well, of course, a lot of the full-timers, they think that, hey, why pay for a campsite? I can stay at Walmart for a week, drive down to the next town. They got a Walmart too. I can stay there for another week. I'm not paying to camp. I'm a full-time RVer. Come on. I live free, cheap, and easy. It's the awesome life. Living from Walmart to Walmart. Well, now the Walmart's cracking down. You drive around some of these cities and towns, and there's no overnight parking along the streets and in parking lots and all these places like the Cracker Barrels and the Capellas and all these other places that used to say, sure, you know, spend the night, come on in and shop around and then be on your merry way. No. It's been used and abused, and now everyone's saying, no. Now you know it's good old BlindViews, and I'm going to tell you the way I see it, but it's not all bad. Full-time RVers also contribute and have an impact in a positive way. Well, how? Well, first of all, they contribute to a lot of different local economies. Like me. Here, I go to this grocery store, go to these couple restaurants, I go to this clothes store to buy clothes and shoes, and so I contribute to my local community's economy. Well, full-time RVers, they're always on the move. They're out scooting around all over the place, and they're spending their money all over the place for food, gas, eating out, their water, if they pay for it, if they actually pay for it, and not just go up to some gas station and see a hose bib on the side and just hook up and steal water, but if they pay for water and all kinds of things like that. So they are going around and supporting local economies all over the place. So that is a positive impact. Also, they're traveling, so a lot of them stop and go to these little out of the way or all but forgotten places. What used to be a booming little town with a quaint little this or that was always, little diners or stores or whatever that is long forgot. A lot of the RVers, they're like, hey, look, let's go check that out. Museums and other little things that they have to pay a couple bucks to get into. So they're supporting all kinds of people all over the place. See, you thought I was just going to talk about all the bad stuff, didn't you? Ha, fooled you. Now, they're out there driving around all over, and you never know. Something's bound to break. I mean, they're living in something that is a recreational vehicle. It's not meant to be lived in 24/7. It's not made for all that abuse to be on the road constantly. So they break down. Shit happens. They need things fixed. You never know when or where. So they're out there spreading that around. When my car breaks down, I go to the one mechanic. He's the one that gets all my business. I'm not all over the place. So they're buying parts, seeking out help from mechanics and all kinds of places all over. So they're spreading that money around. Now with all the full-timers that are YouTubers, now they're out there glamorizing this lifestyle. So that has a big impact as well. More people are looking at this and going, hey, I want to do that. Or I'm not selling everything and quit my job, but I want to go RVing. So more people are out there looking at RVs. They're shopping. They're looking at floor plans, and they want to know what's what. Do they want a fifth wheel? Do they want a travel trailer? Do they want a Class C? Do they want a Class A? What do they want? They need this stuff, so they're out there, and they're just ordering. And now the supply is overwhelming. Supply is through the roof, and the manufacturers just cannot keep up with the supply, but they're pushing them out anyway. So what does that do? That means don't buy a new RV. Well, first of all, new RVs depreciate like half as soon as you drive them off the lot. They're worse than a car or anything else. Them things just, they go way down in price. You might as well just drive it into a tree as soon as you get it out of the lot because it's not worth anything. But now they're even worse because these manufacturers are pumping them out at an alarming rate, and they're turning out junk. Plain and simple. They're turning out garbage. The quality just isn't the way it used to be because they're trying to meet the demand, the overwhelming demand. And along with that, we don't have enough repair people as it is. Tiffin, one of the biggies in the RV world, they just announced that they will no longer work on anything over 10 years old. Nope, not going to happen. Don't bring it to Tiffin. No Tiffin garages, no Tiffin shops. It ain't going to happen. If it's over 10 years old, tough shit. You're on your own, pal. On another good note, campsites and monuments and national parks and all kinds of places like that, they're loving it because they're full. Yes, they are full. Kind of sad for the weekend warriors because they used to be able to go out and grab a campsite and go have some fun. Now, you got to book it a year or two in advance because there's just so many people out there doing it. So, I guess it's give and take. The campsite owners love it, even though they're not really doing anything to upgrade a lot of these campsites. Some are, but the majority aren't. And you don't very often see or hear of new campgrounds or campsites opening up, do you? More RVers, higher supply for RVs, but not more places to park and camp them. Now, a lot of the full-timers, they don't worry with campsites and all that and full hookups. Every once in a while they go to get some water and get some electricity and do some stuff, take showers and all that good stuff. But for the most part, they like the Boondock. They got their solar stuff. They got generators. They got everything they need. They got hotspots. They got antennas. They got boosters. They got more shit stuck on them damn RVs than a radio tower. Because as free and as independent and off the grid as they are, they need to be connected 24/7. So I need a satellite dish, an antenna, 3 antennas, a booster for my booster, and a Wi-Fi hotspot for my Wi-Fi so I can be... They got so many gizmos and gadgets, it'll make your damn head spin. But they're living free, easy, and cheap. Anyhow. But most of them, they like the Boondock. And they do this on the BLM land. Well, that's fine and dandy. That's what the BLM land is. Bureau of Land Management. It's government land, which means it's our land. We pay for it. We pay for the upkeep. It's us. We take care of it. It's our land for us. Well, if you look at the current administration, and no, I'm not trying to get political. Again, I'm just informing you. If you look at the current administration, their idea is there is too much BLM land. Too many national monuments. Too much of this, too much of that. Too much open space. It's all wasted. So, if they get their way, then some of these protected lands, national monuments. No, I'm not talking about like, as you think of national monuments as, like the Lincoln Memorial or something like that. I'm talking about these majestic rock formations in the desert that are protected and part of BLM land and looked after, and no roads and no fracking and none of this is going to happen. This land is going to stay just the way it is. Well, again, see, this current administration, if they get their way, they'd probably fill in the Grand Canyon and build condos on it. I don't know, but what's going to happen if they get their way and that BLM land starts to shrink and shrink and shrink, and more people go out there and start to park, then the BLM land is going to look just like your little RV park. You're going to be parked next to each other, because that 5,000 acres is going to turn into 500 acres real quick. And with everybody heading to the same spot in the same desert at the same time, yeah, gonna get a little shaky. I don't know. I live in the sticks and bricks. I'm just BlindViews, but that's the way I see it.
What we do here is go back.